channel. Today I am super excited to be filming another plan with me for you guys because I will actually be planning with my very first weekly kit. For those of you who don't know, I have an Etsy shop called the Merrit Elizabeth Shop, and I sell planner stickers and planner inserts. And starting today, I will also be selling weekly kits, and so I'm super excited to give you guys a first look at my weekly kits and to show you guys how I've been using my weekly kits to plan out my weeks in my Erin Condren Life Planner. So if you're familiar with my shop, you know that I have two collections of colors in the shop, the Sherbet collection and the Spring Fling collection. And so I decided to start off my weekly kits with the colors in those two themes. And so, with that in mind, here's the Sherbet Collection Weekly Kit. And it starts off with a full page of ombre heart checklists. There's 8, so there's enough to fill in an entire week, and then one extra one. And then you have a full page of full boxes, and I decided for my main color themes in the shop to do this really simple small polka dot pattern in the colors of the theme. I thought it was a nice simple pattern to include with these basic kits to kind of keep things nice and simple, and I just really love how it turned out. I think the small polka dots are really simple and really clean, so if you like really clean looks in your planner, I think these kits will be perfect for you. So after the full boxes, you also have a sheet of headers, and I have 7 of each to do today and little bits, and then I have a couple random headers over on the side, and then at the bottom there are weekly littles you can put at the bottom of each day. On the 4th page, there's a whole bunch of washi. At the top, there's patterned washi, and then down in the corner, there's a couple strips of just plain colored washi. You also have a weekend banner, a couple of border header bars, and then a few page flags. Next up, you have a bunch of functional box type stickers. There's 2 weekly ombre boxes. I think these are really useful. I've been using them a lot to plan out my next week in my sidebar, so I can kind of write a brief outline of the upcoming week, so I can keep that kind of at the forefront of my mind as the week goes on. You also have a bunch of half boxes in both patterns and solids. And then you have some habit tracker stickers, another border header bar, and then a full hydrate sticker for the entire week. And then finally on the last page, this is what it looks like. You have a bunch of appointment type marker stickers that you can use throughout your week to indicate different either tasks or appointments or anything that you have planned. You also have a bunch of icon dots on the side with various icons to mark different things that you might need to in your planner. And then you have a bunch of mini shapes. I've been liking using these to make either little lists within my days or to again indicate an appointment or to kind of pair with some of the other stickers. I've really been liking putting the little hearts or dewdrops in this darker page flag right here of this sticker. And so yeah, so those are the stickers, and that's what they look like in the Sherbet theme. And then the kit that I will actually be planning in this week is the Spring Fling kit. And so I thought I'd flip through really quickly to show you what the kit looks like in this colors, and then we can get started with the actual plan with me. So here's the ombre heart checklists, the full boxes, the headers and the littles, all the washi and the weekend banners with the page flags, the functional boxes with your half boxes and your weekly ombres, and then all of your appointment stickers with your appointment bars, your banners, and your icon stickers. And so that is all that's included in the weekly kits that will be available in the shop. These weekly kits will go up in the shop the same time that this video does, so if you're watching this, they are live in the shop right now. I will leave a link to the individual listings for the Spring Fling kit and the Sherbet kit in the description in the description box of this video, or you can head directly to the shop at merritelizabeth.etsy.com. And yeah, I would really love it if you checked out these kits and let me know what you thought. Again, these are my very first weekly kits, and so I would absolutely love to hear your feedback on what you like about them and what you think maybe might need to be changed or what you'd like to be included. I decided to only start out with making 2 designs so that if I do start making future kits in different colors and designs, I can kind of tweak it if necessary to include more things, take away some unnecessary things. So I'm really open to hearing what you guys want to see in a weekly kit, and yeah, I would love to hear it. So with that out of the way, let's get started with the actual planning. So I am personally pretty new to planning with weekly kits, and I am also super new to no white space planning. I usually don't really mind white space in my planner, and you'll still kind of see that reflected in my kit planning style, but I have been filling up a lot more of the space in each day's box because of, like, you know, the full boxes and the patterns. I want to utilize them. And so I have been doing kind of an adjusted no white space planning system and kind of just getting to know my planning style with weekly kits and seeing how I like to use them, how I like to plan, and just playing around with my planning style, see what works for me. And so I hope you guys like seeing what I've come up with. Okay, so the first thing I always do is put down my to-do headers across the top of each of my days. After that's done, I like to add in my ombre heart checklists right under the headers. And I usually just follow the order of the colors that come on the sheet, and so I'll do, you know, dark pink, light pink, green, blue, and then, you know, have an extra blue left over, whatever is in this bottom corner. And then I'll usually use that in the sidebar, which I'll show you guys later. Okay, and after that's done, I then put on my today header. I use the middle section for any plans I have for that day. This is my personal planner, and I go over a little bit more about what that means in my planning system video, which I'll link for you up in the corner. But yeah, so I don't include any of my blog or Etsy plans in this planner, just my personal plan. So that's what I use the today section for. Okay, and after those down, I actually go ahead and skip to the bottom of each of my days and start putting down my littles. This is so that I can keep each today section kind of open, and I see how much space I have to work with when planning that day, so I don't accidentally, you know, not leave enough room for my littles or leave too much room. So I like to have the top and the bottom laid out first, and then I add in the middle. The first little I place down on every single day is a meal planner, and so I go ahead and put that on the bottom all the way across. Alright, and after that I add in any other littles that I need to indicate throughout the week. I usually put, you know, TV shows, and if I have any bills due or packages coming, and then I have a couple asterisks and hearts on there for, you know, any miscellaneous stuff. This week is actually relatively quiet. I have a couple of TV shows that should come on, but other than that, I don't think I have anything else this week, surprisingly. Okay, and after all my actual littles are down, I can put on my little bits header, and then I will be ready to dive into the today section. Okay, and so here's where the real planning begins. I can dive into the today section. I like to start by putting in the full boxes, and I've been having the most, I guess, fun experimenting with this section. So each week I've been trying something a little different, seeing what I like and seeing what really sticks with me. And so today I thought I'd try and alternate where these full boxes go and kind of, you know, put one up here, one down here, one up here, all the way across, and see how that goes. And again, to keep things a little simple, I think I am going to follow the same pattern of colors that is laid out on the sheet to also match the ombre heart checklists on the top of each day. Whoops. Okay, now all the full boxes are down. You can see I had a tiny little mishap with my Thursday full box. I accidentally didn't follow the pattern and put it up top, but I was able to remove it and put it down where it was supposed to be. My stickers are not advertised as removable, but if you act fast enough and if you are gentle enough, just like most stickers, you will be able to pull them up. It's just kind of, how careful you want to be and if you want to take the risk of ripping up your planner. But luckily this time it worked for me. Okay, so now that those are down, I like to then move on to the half boxes and place one half box on each of the days of the week. I usually use the half boxes to kind of mark I guess the defining event from each day, if that makes sense. So if I have an appointment or if I don't know, any big thing that I kind of want to mark for that day, and then all the other small plans or whatever happened can get marked around that. But I like having at least one half box on each day. So I'm going to go ahead and get those put down. Okay, and so what I did with my half boxes is I alternated solids and patterns, except for right here where I had to kind of improvise. And if the half box had a pattern, I would separate it from the full box so that I could put some solid washi in between and kind of break up that pattern. And if it was a solid half box, I would just simply put it next to the pattern, and I can use some pattern washi below the half box. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do next. Okay, so that finishes up the foundation of my actual weekly planning, and so now I like to move over to the sidebar and start getting that laid out. Oh, actually first, I almost forgot to put on my weekend banner, so I'm going to slip that right in there on Saturday and Sunday. And I usually just like to put it at the top of the days to kind of, be one and the same with the headers for those days, and then I can use, whatever is under the weekend banner as my actual today section for the weekend. So back to the sidebar. This is another thing I've kind of been playing around with and seeing what works for me and what doesn't, and what I like to, plan over here and what I don't. And so what I think I'm going to do this week is start off at the top with my 2 habit trackers. I really like having 2 habits per week because any more than that and it kind of gets a little overwhelming. I like to have 2 solid habits that I'm really trying to focus on and to incorporate into my daily routine, and so that's why I included 2 of these. Previously, I was using 7. I was putting one like at the bottom of each day a couple months ago, and I just found that to be way too much. I would get way overwhelmed, and I mean, no one can form 7 habits in a week. So, oops. Yeah, so I think 2 is a lot more manageable, and I really like keeping them somewhere very visible, like my sidebar, so that I can keep them at the top of my mind throughout the week, and it's been working really well for me. Okay, next up I'm going to try and use my weekly ombres as well as my leftover ombre heart checklist. So that's what I have to fill up my sidebar with. And then I also have these headers to work with. Okay, and so I think I'm going to start off with a to clean section. And then I'm going to use one of my weekly ombre boxes to kind of schedule out one cleaning, whoops, I can't get that down, one cleaning task every single day for the week, because we were out of town for a little over half of last week, and so a lot of our cleaning stuff fell behind, and so I really want to catch up on a lot of that this week. There we go, I guess that's good enough. And so, let's see, what do I want to start with? I think I'm going to start with gray. Okay, and under that, I'm going to have a remember section and use the ombre heart checklist for that. And then finally, I am going to put a next weekly ombre box at the very bottom. Okay, and that leaves us with a little bit of space, which I think I'm going to use, let's see if some washi would fit any better. Yeah, and that pink right at the bottom kind of perfectly matches the dark pink in the Spring Fling kit, so that works out perfectly. Alright, some washi there. Just slide this back on there. And the sidebar is done. And so that really finishes up the kind of bare bones of each of my week and kind of, you know, how I've been doing it. I have been leaving the bottom completely blank, and I haven't decided exactly how I want to use that yet. Most of the time I've been using it to kind of jot down random notes throughout the week, or if I do want to kind of add something extra into my week that might not fit in the middle, I can add it down at the bottom. And so, I don't know, that place is kind of still in flux. I'm still deciding how I want to use it, but for now I really like how things have been turning out, and I can kind of start adding in my actual plans to the week. So the first thing I like to put in is I've actually finally started getting myself in the habit of doing yoga 3 times a week, and so I really like to plan that out first. And so I think I'm going to put that right here on each of the days that I plan to get that done this week. And I really like using coordinating stickers for similar plans throughout the week, so I can kind of at a glance see, you know, anything with this sticker, oh, that means I have to do yoga today. And I also like doing that with Melissa's work schedule. I'll use coordinating stickers across the week, and so I'll always know, you know, that's Melissa's work schedule. And that just it's kind of similar to color coding, but I guess, you know, sticker design coding, and so it's one more thing to kind of, you know, at a glance I can just easily see what my plans are, and I don't have to kind of go too in depth. So it's really fast at a glance, and yeah, it doesn't take too much time. And next up, like I said, I like to include Melissa's work schedule in the week, and so I'll put that in. And then I also have a bill due on Thursday, and so I think what I'm going to do for that is use this guy, like so, and then a little icon sticker right here to indicate that I have to pay that. And then I also want to make a little event list on Monday, because today's actually Tuesday when I'm filming this, and we ran a couple of errands yesterday. And so I really liked using these mini shapes last week to make little tiny lists in my days, and so I think I'm going to do that again this week. And I think that pretty much finishes things up for this week. I like to have things pretty basic and plain at the start of my week so that as the week goes on, I can fill everything in. And this week is actually particularly planless. I guess you could say I don't have too many plans already laid out, but I'm sure we'll end up doing stuff that I can later add into the planner. And so now I'm going to go write everything in, and I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like after all the plans have been written in. And so here, I'll move my hand so you guys can actually get a good look at it. And yeah, be back in a second. Okay, and this is the finished product. I used a Pilot Juice pen in .05 blue black to fill it in, and this is how it looks. I filled in the habits I want to tackle this week. I want to, you know, clean something each day. I left Thursday as kind of an open day for something that may come up. I decided to use my remember section for a bunch of wedding stuff that I want to really focus on this week or coming up soon that I kind of want to keep in the forefront of my mind. And then I filled in a little bit of next week that I kind of want to remember and, again, keep in the forefront of my mind that it's coming up. And at the top I have some things that I do every week, and so it's part of my routine, and some things that I just need to do this week. And I'll also fill that more in as the week goes on and I think of things I need to do. And then again, I put in my yoga down in these stickers, Melissa's work schedule in these. I used to put in the times that she works, but honestly, I stopped bothering because she works full time, and so it's, you know, pretty regular schedule. Just, I like having it indicated in there. And yeah, I filled in a couple of, you know, the shows that I have coming on this week and what we had for dinner last night, because like I said, it's Tuesday today, so I know what we already ate. And yeah, that's how it ended up looking. As far as the stickers left over in the weekly kits, I thought I'd flip through and kind of show you guys what's left after making a full week. There's this sheet, which is still pretty full. I didn't use as many icons this week as I have other week, and there's still all of the banners. And then I have a bunch of washi and some page flags. I used pretty much all of this. I still have my hydrate sticker because I occasionally like to track my water, but honestly, I never really do it to its full. I'll drink the water and I won't record if I drank it, so I don't really like using it, but that's what I have for this sheet. I have a full empty sheet from my Ombre Heart checklists, an almost empty headers and littles sheet, and then I have one more full box left. And yeah, so that's what I ended up with this week. I hope you guys enjoyed following along my plan with me, and I hope you guys really like the new weekly kits. Definitely make sure you go and check them out over in my Etsy shop. Again, they'll be linked in the description box below, and I think I'll try and throw up a card in the corner. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but I'll try to do that for you guys. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. I would really love to hear it. I always love your guys' feedback. And if you're in the mood for more planner videos, be sure to check out my Planner Love playlist. I'll leave that also linked up there for you guys. There's lots of good planner videos over there, including my 2016 planner system, which I know you guys have really liked. So if you haven't seen that, make sure to check that out. I also have another plan with me that is a little older, my old system, how I used to plan, with some white space. But yeah, if you feel like binging on some planner videos, be sure to check that out. And otherwise, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!